I'm in Houston today to try the best barbecue in Texas. Now, don't get it twisted. I didn't invent barbecue, but I did spend 20 years perfecting mine. And let me tell you, it is finger-licking good. In fact, I won first place at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo 2 years in a row. And then last year, I took home 3 first-place trophies from the American Royal in Kansas City. But enough about me. Today, we are going to try Franklin Barbecue. Now, I've heard people call this place the best barbecue in Texas, and others call it overrated. So I want to see for myself what all the hype is about. The thing is, when you show up, there's a line that goes down the block and around the corner. But that's just for takeout. If you want to eat inside, you just walk right in. I love the decor. It's rustic with reclaimed wood and metal accents. And the open kitchen lets you watch the pit masters work their magic. They have all the classics on the menu: brisket, ribs, sausage, pulled pork, and chicken. They even have some unique items like beef ribs and turkey. Now, I'm a simple girl. I like my meat straight up, so I went with the classic brisket sandwich. They also have chopped beef and sliced beef if you prefer. Now, a true barbecue joint will serve their brisket on white bread, because that's what we do in Texas. You get a big fluffy slice of brisket on a soft bun with pickles and onions, and they give you a side of their famous barbecue sauce. Now, I hate to break it to you, but this brisket was not as tender as I had hoped. It had a nice bark, but it was a little chewy for my liking. It had a good smoky flavor, but it was a bit dry, and the fat was a little too thick for my taste buds. I would have liked it better if it had been trimmed off, and the bun was a little too soft for me. I like a good sturdy bun that can hold up to the weight of the brisket. This one kind of fell apart on me, and the pickles were crunchy but not as flavorful as I would have liked. Now, don't get me wrong, this was far from bad. It was actually pretty good, but I wouldn't put it on the same level as some of the other brisket I've tried. I think they need to slow down on the sauce a little bit, because it was a little gloopy and it kind of overpowered the natural juices of the brisket. I would have liked to see more attention to detail on the meat. You know, when you're serving up brisket like this, it needs to be fall apart tender. Now, the thing I loved about this place was the sides. The potato salad was creamy and tangy, and the beans were flavorful and had a nice smoky flavor. They also have coleslaw, but I didn't try it. Overall, I am glad I got to try Franklin Barbecue, but I wouldn't be rushing to go back. I think it's a little overrated. Now, don't get me wrong, it was good, but I've had better. And there are definitely better values out there. For example, you could go to Costco and buy a $32 brisket, and it would probably be just as good. So I'm curious, what do you think? Is Franklin Barbecue overrated, or is it worth it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're from Texas, you're going to want to watch this video next. I'm going to tell you where you can get free barbecue. That's right, free barbecue. See you next time. I'm on a quest to find the best barbecue in Texas, and this is the #1 barbecue in Texas according to TripAdvisor. This is in Houston, and they are known for their beef ribs, brisket, and sausage. Now I got there around 11 a.m. when they opened, and by the time I got there, the line was already out the door. So I knew this place was going to be good. Now, normally I get the brisket, but today I went for the ribs. And man, these ribs were so tender and delicious, it literally fell off the bone, and they had this sweet and sticky sauce that just took it to a whole another level. And of course, you can't forget about the sides. These were some of the best beans I've ever had, and the potato salad was tangy and creamy. The only thing that would have made it better was if they had some of their famous banana pudding. Unfortunately, they sold out by the time I got there. But don't worry, I got the next best thing, which was the coconut cream pie. It was so light and fluffy, and it wasn't overly sweet like most pies I've had in the past. Now, I do have a sweet tooth, but this was so good that I actually felt like I was cheating on my diet. But hey, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do for the content. You know, for research purposes. Now, while I didn't get the brisket this time, they did give me a sample of their beef brisket, and it was so juicy and delicious. And they pretty much handed me a fork and said, "Here, take a look." And it was so tender and delicious. I mean, look at this. This is what peak brisket looks like. And honestly, I think this place lives up to the hype. The food was amazing, and the service was even better. And for $45, I mean, this is a steal. Now this place is off the beaten path, so you might need a car to get there. But trust me, it's worth the trip. Have you been? Would you go? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to check out my podcast, available on various platforms. New episodes come out every Wednesday. And lastly, if you're in Houston, go check out this Italian restaurant. They make everything from scratch, and wait till you see what they make at the end. You've never seen it anywhere else.